Poke People, we're back with a fun video today. We're going to be talking about failures in the Pokemon card space and why you should be actively pursuing those failures. Yes, that sounds weird, but I'll explain what I mean. So if you're new, welcome in. If you're a returning person, welcome back. My name is Steve. This is Steel City Stacks. Thank you for tuning into this video. I hope you enjoy it. It should be a good one. Now, I'll be honest with you guys. I've actually recorded this a few times, and every time I finish, I was like, I can do it better. There's more that I can give. And I want to be as kind of open and raw and as transparent as I can about these mistakes, why you should be making them, and how to learn from them. So in this video, I'm going to do my best to not do much editing. I want this to be, like I said, as raw and uncut as possible, so that you guys can actually understand and feel the emotion that comes from me about something that I'm passionate about, and I'm sure you guys are passionate about, or you would have clicked off the video by this point. So if you're still here, let's get into it. We're going to be talking about the top 5 things that I made mistakes in and how you can mimic them, we'll say, or at least learn from them in this video to prepare yourself to go down this path in the future. So, number 1, the biggest thing was assuming that the product that I had was going to sell. Now, when I started 5 months ago, I thought, okay, I'm going to start with bulk. I'm going to go and get some singles. I'm going to buy collections. Maybe I'll go and get these slabs and I'll sell the slabs on eBay, and I'll be able to do both things at once. So I did. Minus the slabs. And I got collections, I got bulk, I listed the proper things on TCG Player and eBay, and I did the research, and I didn't sell anything. And I sat there, and I wondered, what am I doing wrong? Like, what could it be? I did the research, I did all the homework, I listened to the right people, but nothing was selling. And I forgot the most important thing about what this is. Patience. I lost all of my patience in trying to do everything as quick as possible. Oh, the market's moving so fast. Oh, the bubble's coming. Probably the end of the bubble's coming. Oh, I gotta do this fast. And that just was not the case. And I rushed, I tried to do the speed run, and it's so easy to fall into. Assuming, oh, I have all these boxes behind me of Japanese product, but they don't sell. Well, why is that? Well, it's because you don't have a name for yourself. It's because you're not being patient enough. You're not putting the hard work in. You're just assuming, oh, because I have this, it's gonna work. Oh, I'm a seller now. People will eventually buy from me. All I have to do is lower my price every time by 1 penny and just undercut everybody, and it's just not the case. And you have to find ways to get creative to promote sales, to promote yourself. It's part of the reason that I'm here now. It's because I know I can't get back to that point, and I have to actively push myself to get behind a camera and talk to you guys to build up that trust and to build that network up where you feel like, oh, I can trust this guy. He has a trustworthy face. He looks kind of goofy and he talks funny, but he's just like me. Maybe. Who knows? Anyway, the number one thing that, and just from stuff I watch, it seems like it's a common thing. So I wanted to mention it here. Number 2, low cash flow. Low cash flow is probably the easiest thing to probably avoid if you're smart, right? But at the same time is also the easiest to get yourself in trouble with. And I don't recommend that you try and get yourself into this position, because you definitely don't want to have low liquidity in any type of business. That's just like 101, you know what I mean? But pushing yourself to be so low, and why I included on this list is because I started from zero. I started from nothing. I started from selling Pokemon Ruby and Sapphire and Leaf Green cartridges on eBay to raise funds to be able to start something, to buy a printer, to buy my first set of product and bulk and collections and stuff. And my cash flow was really low, and my cash flow is still pretty low, right? My liquidity, very low, because I'm just getting started. I'm just starting the scaling process. And until you guys hit that point and make those mistakes, and you know, you don't want to overdraw your bank account, not like in that situation, like never, don't ever do that. But I feel like everyone that starts off, at least, like, you got to spend money to make money, and you cut yourself a little bit too close. So I wanted to mention it here because it's so important. And it kind of just, it jumps me into point number 3, or mistake number 3. And that is being scared of running out of money. Fear does something crazy to individuals, just in general, right? But in a business aspect, makes it even worse. Like, fear is the #1 killer of small businesses. The fear of missing out, the fear of everything's going to zero. I'm going to lose everything I invested into. And by investing, I mean in your business, not with like Pokemon investments. And that fear is so easy to fall into because we as a society right now, we overload ourselves with information. We want that instant gratification. We want to succeed as quickly as possible. And it's never the case. And I fell into that as well. I was deathly worried about buying these boxes behind me. I have to send my money from my bank account to someone I've never even met across multiple bodies of water and have it, and they're not going to steal my money? And it's fear, right? Fear of everything's going to fail. I'm wasting my time. Fear of sitting behind my phone right now with this microphone, of putting myself out there in front of all of you guys watching this, being like, oh my God, what do they think? It's fearful. Like, I'm being vulnerable doing this, sure. But being scared of running out of money, being fearful of really anything is very easy to do in this space as you start off. Absolutely. But I'll tell you guys one thing for an absolute certainty. I've been doing this YouTube thing for about 3 weeks now, a little bit more than that. And it is like night and day, right? It's night and day. I have no problems sitting behind here now and listening to myself talk. And sure, it looks weird and it sounds weird while you're doing it, but it's all about the growth. And you can't do that until you've had that fear and you've overcome that fear. And you're not afraid of I don't want to say losing your money, but pushing yourself and pushing your funds and pushing your liquidity to grow. You got to have that drive. You got to want it. You got to beat that fear. And it's okay to get to that point. And I encourage you to do it because it's a fight or flight type of situation that will just exponentially power your growth and your motivation to do good and to do the things you need to do to pursue your dreams. So important, such an important topic that you just have to power through and actively seek in this space. You absolutely have to. Number 4, mistiming investments. And when I say that, I again mean with singles, with slabs, with sealed product that you're selling, not investing, but selling. Thinking, oh, I don't really have like something in front of me. But take the Lily's Clefairy EX, the SIR above me. And I'm thinking, oh, I pulled this thing from a, I think it was a booster bundle. It was $200. It was worth $200 at the time. And I'm thinking, oh, okay, well, it's gonna go down. I pulled this like 2 weeks after the set came out. Oh, it's gonna go down and then it will rebound and it's gonna go up like everything else does. And guess what? It hasn't. I have no idea how much the Lily's Clefairy EX is worth, but it's a great example because it's still happening to me. Anytime I buy a collection or anytime I get singles from somewhere, I think, okay, I'll hold on to this. I'll be able to flip this. And in the meantime, like, I'll be honest with you guys, I got a bunch of Surging Sparks IRs and ultra rares and some of the other stuff and some of the lower end SIRs thinking, oh, and the gold cards, and thinking, oh, well, if I just hold on to it until, 6 months from now, instead of it being worth $5, it'll be worth $8. And then what I bought, I'll be able to make 50, 60, 70% margins on it. And it's just, it's not how it works, because you don't know what's going to go up or down. You're assuming that everything's going up. And you're going to make that mistake. You're going to think like, this is a surefire investment. I can do this. I can spend my money here. And then it's just not going to happen. Right? And it's another easy thing to fall into, thinking that you're always going to be right. And trust me, you're going to be wrong way more often than you're going to be right. And that is okay. It's okay, because you have goofballs like me that you can listen into and talk through your problems and talk through your mistakes, and we can work through it. And I can give you guys my advice on things that I've done to escape the pitfalls of the mistakes that I've made. And I'm by no means perfect at this, of course. Like, I'm still learning. I'm so green at this, it would blow your mind. But I'm still actively seeking that, like, any type of mistake I can get myself into, because I'm going to learn. So mistiming things, mistiming like a rise in something, is perfectly fine and natural. It's okay. If we could predict whenever stuff goes up, all of us would be rich and we wouldn't have an economy, right? So don't be afraid to make that mistake and mistime something, because it's perfectly natural. The last thing kind of surmises everything that I said to a point, like the low cash flow, the being afraid of it's going to go to zero, your just because you have something doesn't mean it'll sell. And I kind of already mentioned it just a little bit, but it's the stagnating sales. And I mean this more so in the sense of like, okay, I buy a collection, I make 8 to 10% on it, and I go and buy another collection with the new money that I have, and then I make 8 to 10%. And then I do the same thing and I make another 8 to 10%. And it's just kind of stagnating. And it's like, are you building up yourself? Yeah. But is it stagnating? Kind of. And for a little bit, it can seem discouraging and not worth it to only be making that much or that little, right? And you're like, oh, I thought I'd be making more. Oh, I thought I'd be making more than $50 off of this. And you might have to. And that's okay. It's okay to start from virtually zero or wherever you're comfortable and doing things as many times as you need to. It's the beauty of this hobby. So I gave you guys 5 mistakes that I've fallen into so far, right? There are others that are more out there, I guess, that I can make whole videos on by themselves. These are 5 quick things that I can give you guys that are mistakes, and that you should at least try to mimic to some degree, or not be afraid to fall into yourself. So long as you're able to pull yourself out of it, that's what it's about. We make mistakes and we learn from them, right? It's the whole purpose of homework, of testing, standardized testing, whatever you want to call it. It's to help you learn and help you grow. So don't be afraid to fall into those pit traps. Don't be afraid to rush into that burning building that is Stellar Crown or Journey Together or something. Because it's about how you deal with it. Life is what you make out of it, right? The same can be said here. If you want something, if you want this, if you want to do something in this space, if you want to collect, if you want to invest, if you want to be the next Nostalgianomics, or if you want to be the next great Pokemon collector, insert any name, you can do it. You're just going to make mistakes and you're going to worry yourself and you're going to be fearful, and that's okay. It is okay to be fearful. Just don't let it overtake you. It's that easy, right? And I say it's that easy. It's easy for me because I've done it and I'm going to do it, and I'm confident I'll pull myself out. And I hope I can pass that confidence along to you guys, because again, we're going about 15 minutes straight here with no breaks, no editing, no nothing. This is what this is. This is who I am. I want to be able to help you guys. So learn from my mistakes, tune in for more, like the video, comment, engage, do the things. Let me know. I'm really easy to talk to, I promise. I want to do this, and I'm going to be doing this for a long time. I'm not going away. There's no shot of that. I love this too much. I love talking and doing this too much. I love the Pokemon hobby too much. I'm not afraid to admit that in any capacity. So we're here for the long haul. So let's make some mistakes. Let's get out of those mistakes. Let's learn from them. Let's grow together. And let's just enjoy this hobby together, right? That's what this is all about. So if you found it actionable, you found it entertainable, again, please like the content, subscribe, leave a comment, hit the buttons, do the things, share it with your friends, help me engage and help me grow this channel. And we will catch you on another video very soon. Stay tuned.